Hello, grade 5. How are you today? I hope that you're doing good. Myself, I'm very okay. So, what have you been up to? What do you do in your free time? Now, I would like to tell you to stay safe from COVID-19. Yeah, and how do you do that? You need to stay away by washing your hands, wearing your mask. Don't forget to wear your mask. It's very important anytime you leave your room or something. And also social distancing. Remember that I miss you so much and I hope to see you very soon. So I'm excited to be here once again, and we are going to continue from where we stopped. Remember, last time we talked about our respiratory system. So welcome back to Science for Grade 5, the continuation of our topic, Respiratory System, by T Seda. Okay, so last time when in our lesson we talked about our respiratory system, and we say that it helps us to breathe. Okay, our respiratory system helps us to breathe. You breathe in oxygen, you breathe out carbon dioxide. Now, we also talked about the parts of our respiratory system: the nose, the mouth, the trachea, and the lungs. Don't forget the diaphragm. And we also did the mechanism of breathing in and breathing out. Like, what happens when you breathe in? When air goes to your lungs and when the air comes out. Okay? So today I say that we will talk about the diseases of the respiratory system. Now I would like you to turn to your textbook in page 6 and 7, okay, and let's look at some of the diseases of the respiratory system. Now that here is called asthma. So that is one of the respiratory diseases. And next we have the tuberculosis, okay, and bronchitis. So you see what happened. This one here affects the what? The trachea or the windpipe, and this one affects the lungs. See, tuberculosis. And then bronchitis also, it makes inflame the tubes. Okay, so it makes them become narrow. Look at the normal one, and this one is inflamed. So somebody has difficulty or coughing or even breathing. Okay. Next we have the emphysema. Now this emphysema affects our air sac. Okay, it affects the air sac. Remember, the air sac are those small round things. Okay, that allow the exchange of gases in and out of your lungs. Then we have lung cancer. Lung cancer also affects our lungs. Now, what are these? They look like beans. We call them tumor. Now, tumor is caused when the cells in the lung multiply without control, like continuously without control. They cause a tumor. Now, this can happen in any part of the organs, okay? So, tumor is caused when the cells in the lung multiply without control, okay? So, let's look at them one more time. Diseases of the respiratory system are asthma, tuberculosis, bronchitis, emphysema, lung cancer. So, if we are exposed to microorganisms, how do we get sick? Okay, how does our respiratory system get affected? Okay, how? So, if we are exposed to microorganisms, means that some bacteria in the air, then our lungs will get affected. So, and pollutants in the air, it might affect our respiratory system. Pollutants are things that make the air to be dirty. Okay, so look at those are called microorganisms. They can be bacteria in the air. Okay, these can cause problems to your respiratory system. And also we have air pollution, okay, when you get the bad smoke or maybe something that does not smell so good, or pollution from factories and stuff, they will affect your respiratory system. So you need to be careful. Now, what causes of the lung diseases? What causes the lung diseases? Okay. Now we have asthma. Asthma is caused by allergy. It's caused by allergy. So what causes asthma? Allergy. Okay. Some people are allergic to dust. Like me, I'm allergic to dust. Some people are allergic to cold. Okay. So it depends. Okay. So asthma is caused by allergy. Then we have tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is an infectious and inflammatory lung disease. Infectious means that it can transfer from one person to another, okay? And inflammatory lung disease, it means that it swells the lungs, okay? Then we have the bronchitis, which is an inflammation of the windpipe. So if you have bronchitis, it means that your windpipe is tampered with, okay? Okay, there's a swelling in your windpipe. Then we have the emphysema. Emphysema is caused by smoking. So those people who smoke, they are likely to get the emphysema. Now what happened here? The air sacs become larger, okay? And remember I told you, the air sacs allows the exchange of gases in and out of your lungs, okay? So when they become larger, what will happen? It's not a good thing. Then we have the lung cancer. Now the lung cancer is also caused by smoking or exposure to toxic chemicals. Toxic chemicals are bad chemicals, okay? When you're exposed to bad chemicals from factories and stuff, you might get lung cancer. Also, smoking is not good. Now remember, we have passive smoker or second-hand smoker. It means that if somebody next to you is smoking, then you inhale the air, it means that you are also smoking. It doesn't mean that you necessarily smoke, no. If somebody next to you or near you is smoking, then it means that you are also smoking, because when you inhale the smoke. So smoking is harmful for your health. Now, what do you need to do to protect your respiratory system? Please do not smoke. Do not smoke. Eat healthy food. Eat healthy food. Okay, sometimes you need to go and get vaccinated, or you get a vaccine. And stay away from factories, because they produce toxic flames or toxic fumes. Then you need also to exercise, okay? Move your body, exercise regularly, eat good food, do not smoke, stay away from smokes, okay? Nice. Now, let's talk about the model. Do you know the lung model? Now, this is how it looks like, okay? I have two. Now, this one is a lung model with two lungs, and this one has got one lung. You can make it anyhow you want. So, we call this the lung model. See, they resemble the lungs. This is the tube, the trachea, and also the what? The two lungs. Then we have the diaphragm. Yeah. So those are models, lung models. Now, what are the materials you need to make a lung model? I would like you to make one, and please bring it when you come to school. You will need a large balloon, yeah, a large balloon, a small balloon. You also need a plastic cup. You will also need some plasticine, a straw, maybe one or two, and measuring tape, and finally you also need a scissor. Okay, so a large balloon, a small balloon, a plastic cup, plasticine, a straw, measuring tape, and scissors. Now, what are the steps for making this? So, steps for making a lung model. First of all, you arrange the materials that you need. Then you need to cut the balloon here, and then after cutting, you insert the straw, and then you can use a tape, sellotape, okay, to wrap here. Then you will need another straw and cut it like that. Then you insert these two here, you insert them there, then you tie them with the sellotape, and then you need to cut the bottle here from this side. Then you have this one. Now you take the bottle top like here, okay, and then you make a hole. So when you cut it here, this one, you cut it here, you make a hole. Then after that, you will have to insert the balloon inside, okay, inside here. So here you have a bigger balloon and the two small balloons and the straw, and this is how it will look like. Can you see? Yeah, so when you make it, it will look something like that. Now when the air goes to the pipe, it will go down to the two balloons, and then when you pull on the bigger balloon, this is like a diaphragm, okay. So this is how it will look like. Can you see? Yeah, when you pull it, it means that air gets in through the straws and they make the balloon to become bigger. And when you release it, the air will go out and this deflates. So when you take the model, the lung model and the real respiratory system, this is the nose and the mouth. Then we have the windpipe, which is the straw. Then we have the two lungs, and these are the two balloons. Then we have the diaphragm, which is the bigger balloon. So that is how a lung model looks like. Now in your activity book, page 1 and 2, you will see a lung model, okay. Now like I said before, when you pull, so here we have balloon B and balloon A. Let's go back and see. This is balloon B and balloon A. So what happened when you pull on balloon B? Balloon A becomes bigger, right? When you release it, it becomes smaller. It means that it deflates. Okay. So the question is, gently pull down balloon B. So you pull down that balloon, and then what will happen to balloon A? It will expand. To expand means to become bigger or deflate. Small. What do you think will happen? So when you have your model, I would like you to try that and please write down the answer. Slowly release balloon B. So when you pull it and then you release, what will happen to this one here? Let me show you. They pull and release. So when you release, what happened? One more time. Pull, release, pull, release. So when you pull, the balloon becomes bigger. When you release, it deflates. Okay. So the answer will be it becomes smaller or bigger. Then for this one here, get your friend to remove. So what I need you to do, I need you to have a tape measure or a measuring tape, and I need you to try this at home. So you tie it here, the tape measure, okay, and you breathe in. When you breathe in, you write how many centimeters on the tape measure. Then when you breathe out also, you write. So when you breathe in here, you will write how many centimeters. When you breathe out also, you will write the centimeters. Okay. Next, we have these words, windpipe and the lung. So which part of our respiratory system do the following parts of the lung model represent? Now we have parts in the lung model, the straw and the balloon. This one here, straw and a balloon. Now our respiratory system, what is this? The straw. The straw is the windpipe. So we will write here windpipe. Balloon A. What is balloon A? Balloon A is the lung in real life. Okay. So you write the correct answer. Next, in activity book page 3, you are told to draw the missing parts of the lungs. You draw the missing parts of the lungs, and then label the parts, okay, and then you will draw the arrow how the air passes through your lungs. Okay, so we have the word windpipe and we have nostrils and the lungs. So which one is the windpipe? Let's see. So B is the windpipe. Which one is the nostril? A is the nostril and C is the lung. So make sure that you write the correct answer. And then here we have similarities and differences, okay? So this one here is a lung model and this is the real lung, okay? So the lung model and the respiratory system, this one. Now similarities means the same. Differences means the different, like how are they different? So what makes these things the same? They have what? The lungs, which is the balloon. They have the diaphragm, yeah. So what happens for A? Balloon A, this one here, expand when air enters the cap. So when air comes in, when you pull this, the air will come in and the balloon A will become bigger. The same way when you're breathing, okay? When you're breathing, then your lungs become bigger. So our lungs expands when we breathe in. Balloon A expand when air enters the cap. Our lungs expand when we breathe in. Next, what are the differences? What are the differences? Now, for that, we have the plastic cup cannot expand or contract when air enters or leaves it. So this one remains the same. It cannot become bigger or it cannot become smaller. When air gets inside, nothing happens to the plastic, okay? But for your lungs, when you breathe in, your chest expands, okay? When you breathe out, so it expands and contracts, expands and contracts. When you breathe in and out, your chest expands and contracts, okay? So that will be in activity book page 3. So I hope that you have understood what I've just said, and I hope that you have a good time trying to figure out all that. Try to make the lung model by yourself, okay, and see how it works. Otherwise, I hope to see you again next time. So take good care of yourself and goodbye.